Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Of textures, full of small openings or gaps. A loose weave. Make loose or looser. Loosen the tension on a rope. Having escaped, especially from confinement. Dogs loose on the streets. Emptying easily or excessively. Loose bowels. Grant freedom to, free from confinement. Turn loose or free from restraint. Let loose minds. Not affixed. The stamp came loose. Not literal. A loose interpretation of what she had been told. Casual and unrestrained in sexual behavior. He was told to avoid loose, or light, women. Not tense or taut. The old man's skin hung loose and gray. Without restraint. Cows in India are running loose. Become loose or looser or less tight. The noose loosened. Lacking a sense of restraint or responsibility. A loose tongue. Not officially recognized or controlled. A loose organization of the local farmers. Not carefully arranged in a package. A box of loose nails. Not compact or dense in structure or arrangement. Loose gravel. Not tight, not closely constrained or constricted or constricting. Loose clothing. Of a ball in sport, not in the possession or control of any player. A loose ball. Of textures, full of small openings or gaps. An open texture. Not defended or capable of being defended. An open city. Possibly accepting or permitting. Open to interpretation. With no protection or shield. Open to the weather. Not sealed or having been unsealed. The letter was already open. Openly straightforward and direct without reserve or secretiveness. An open and trusting nature. Affording free passage or view. Open waters. Start to operate or function or cause to start operating or functioning. Open a business. A clear or unobstructed space or expanse of land or water. Finally broke out of the forest into the open. Ready or willing to receive favorably. Used of mouth or eyes. Keep your eyes open. Spread out or open from a closed or folded state. Open the map. Become available. An opportunity opened up. Afford access to. The door opens to the patio. Open and observable, not secret or hidden. Open ballots. Where the air is unconfined. The concert was held in the open air. Affording unobstructed entrance and exit, not shut or closed. An open door. Become open. The door opened. Information that has become public. All the reports were out in the open. Make available. This opens up new possibilities. Cause to open or to become open. Mary opened the car door. Not brought to a conclusion, subject to further thought. An open question. Accessible to all. Open season. Affording free passage or access. Open drains. A tournament in which both professionals and amateurs may play. Begin or set in action, of meetings, speeches, recitals, etc. He opened the meeting with a long speech. Display the contents of a file or start an application as on a computer. Having no protecting cover or enclosure. An open boat. Make the opening move. Kasparov opened with a standard opening. Not having been filled. The job is still open. Not requiring union membership. An open shop employs non-union workers. Open to or in view of all. An open protest. Ready for business. The stores are open. Set theory, of an interval that contains neither of its endpoints. Without undue constriction as from e.g. tenseness or inhibition. The clarity and resonance of an open tone. Have an opening or passage or outlet. The bedrooms open into the hall. Make loose or looser. Loosen the tension on a rope. Disentangle and raise the fibers of. Make less severe or strict. Cause to become loose. Loosen the necktie. Become loose or looser or less tight. The noose loosened. Become less severe or strict. Make less dense. Loosen the soil. Having escaped, especially from confinement. A convict still at large. In a general fashion. He talked at large about his plans. Having escaped, especially from confinement. Searching for 2 escaped prisoners. Having escaped, especially from confinement. Criminals on the loose in the neighborhood. Emptying easily or excessively. Lacking in rigor or strictness. Such lax and slipshod ways are no longer acceptable. Lacking in firmness or tension, not taut. A lax rope. Pronounced with muscles of the tongue and jaw relatively relaxed, e.g., the vowel sound in bet. Not taken up by scheduled activities. A free hour between classes. Part with a possession or right. Not fixed in position. He pulled his arm free and ran. Relieve from. Free or remove obstruction from. Free a path across the cluttered floor. Remove or force out from a position. He finally could free the legs of the earthquake victim who was buried in the rubble. Grant freedom to. Free from confinement. Make assets available. Release gas or energy as a result of a chemical reaction or physical decomposition. Free from obligations or duties. Make information available for publication. Completely wanting or lacking. People who are free. The home of the free and the brave. Not literal. A free translation of the poem. Without restraint. costing nothing. Free admission. Grant relief or an exemption from a rule or requirement to. Let off the hook. Not held in servitude. After the Civil War he was a free man. Not limited or hampered. Not under compulsion or restraint. Free enterprise. Not occupied or in use. A free locker. Unconstrained or not chemically bound in a molecule or not fixed and capable of relatively unrestricted motion. Free expansion. Grant freedom to. The students liberated their slaves upon graduating from the university. Grant freedom to. Free from confinement. Release, gas or energy, as a result of a chemical reaction or physical decomposition. Give equal rights to, of women and minorities. Part with a possession or right. Let something fall or spill from a container. Music, the act or manner of terminating a musical phrase or tone. A device that when pressed will release part of a mechanism. Activity that frees or expresses creative energy or emotion. The act of liberating someone or something. Grant freedom to. Free from confinement. Make assets available. Release the holdings in the dictator's bank account. Release, as from one's grip. Release, gas or energy, as a result of a chemical reaction or physical decomposition. A legal document evidencing the discharge of a debt or obligation. The act of allowing a fluid to escape. Prepare an issue for public distribution or sale. Eliminate a substance. The plant releases a gas. The termination of someone's employment, leaving them free to depart. Make information available for publication. Release the list with the names of the prisoners. An announcement distributed to members of the press in order to supplement or replace an oral presentation. Euphemistic expressions for death. Generate and separate from cells or bodily fluids. Release a hormone into the bloodstream. A formal written statement of relinquishment. A process that liberates or discharges something. There was a sudden release of oxygen. Merchandise issued for sale or public showing, especially a record or film. A new release from the London Symphony Orchestra. Grant freedom to. Free from confinement. Loosen the ties of. Unloose your sneakers. Grant freedom to. Free from confinement. Loosen the ties of. Turn loose or free from restraint. Let loose minds. Express audibly. Utter sounds, not necessarily words. Turn loose or free from restraint. Release from a leash. Unleash the dogs in the park. Release or vent. Unleash one's anger. Not if fixed. Given or giving freely. A liberal backer of the arts. A person who favors a political philosophy of progress and reform and the protection of civil liberties. Showing or characterized by broad-mindedness. A liberal newspaper. Not literal. A person who favors an economic theory of laissez-faire and self-regulating markets. Having political or social views favoring reform and progress. Tolerant of change. Not bound by authoritarianism, orthodoxy, or tradition. Not hurried or forced. An easy walk around the block. In fortunate circumstances financially, moderately rich. Easy living. Marked by moderate steepness. An easy climb. With ease, easy, is sometimes used informally for easily. Success came too easy. Without speed, slow, is sometimes used informally for slowly. Go easy here, the road is slippery. Having little impact. An easy pat on the shoulder. Casual and unrestrained in sexual behavior. Her easy virtue. In a relaxed manner, or without hardship. Just wanted to take it easy. Affording comfort. Soft light that was easy on the eyes. Affording pleasure. Easy good looks. Free from worry or anxiety. Knowing that I had done my best, my mind was easy. Less in demand and therefore readily obtainable. Commodities are easy this quarter. Obtained with little effort or sacrifice, often obtained illegally. Easy money. Posing no difficulty, requiring little effort. An easy job. Readily exploited or tricked. An easy victim. The quality of being luminous, emitting or reflecting light. Having abundant light or illumination. They played as long as it was light. Merriment expressed by a brightness or gleam or animation of countenance. Weak and likely to lose consciousness. Felt light in the head. Marked by temperance and indulgence. A light eater. Having relatively few calories. Light, or light, beer. A condition of spiritual awareness, divine illumination. Follow God's light. Fall to somebody by assignment or lot. Physics, electromagnetic radiation that can produce a visual sensation. The light was filtered through a soft glass window. Used of vowels or syllables, pronounced with little or no stress. A syllable that ends in a short vowel is a light syllable. Cause to start burning, subject to fire or great heat. With few burdens. Experienced travelers travel light. Start or maintain a fire in. A divine presence believed by Quakers to enlighten and guide the soul. Moving easily and quickly, nimble. The dancer was light and graceful. Make lighter or brighter. This lamp lightens the room a bit. The visual effect of illumination on objects or scenes is created in pictures. He could paint the lightest light and the darkest dark. A device for lighting or igniting fuel or charges or fires. Do you have a light? To come to rest, settle. Misfortune lighted upon him. Of sleep, easily disturbed. In a light doze. Casual and unrestrained in sexual behavior. He was told to avoid loose, or light, women. Of sound or color, free from anything that dulls or dims. A light lilting voice like a silver bell. A light from a horse. Silly or trivial. Light banter. Any device serving as a source of illumination. He stopped the car and turned off the lights. Less than the correct or legal or full amount, often deliberately so. A light pound. Used of color, having a relatively small amount of coloring agent. Light blue. Begin to smoke. An illuminated area. He stepped into the light. A particular perspective or aspect of a situation. Although he saw it in a different light, he still did not understand. A person regarded very fondly. The light of my life. A visual warning signal. They saw the light of the beacon. Characterized by or emitting light. A room that is light when the shutters are open. Demanding little effort, not burdensome. Light housework. Designed for ease of movement or to carry little weight. Light aircraft. Easily assimilated in the alimentary canal, not rich or heavily seasoned. A light diet. Having little importance. Losing his job was no light matter. Intended primarily as entertainment, not serious or profound. Light verse. Mental understanding as an enlightening experience. He finally saw the light. Of comparatively little physical weight or density. A light load. Of little intensity or power or force. The light touch of her fingers. Of the military or industry, using, or being, relatively small or light arms or equipment. Light infantry. Physics, chemistry, not having atomic weight greater than average. Light water as ordinary water. Psychologically light. Especially free from sadness or troubles. A light heart. Public awareness. It brought the scandal to light. Used of soil, loose and large-grained in consistency. Light soil. Very thin and insubstantial. Light summer dresses. Not great in degree or quantity or number. A light sentence. Casual and unrestrained in sexual behavior. Not selective of a single class or person. Clinton was criticized for his promiscuous solicitation of campaign money. Characteristic of or befitting a slut or slattern, used especially of women. Casual and unrestrained in sexual behavior. Spend wastefully. Wanton one's money away. Become extravagant. Indulge oneself luxuriously. Waste time. Spend one's time idly or inefficiently. Occurring without motivation or provocation. Casual and unrestrained in sexual behavior. Wanton behavior. Behave extremely cruelly and brutally. Engage in amorous play. Indulge in a carefree or voluptuous way of life. Lewd or lascivious woman. A soft wet area of low-lying land that sinks underfoot. A stretch of water without current or movement. Suddenly they were in a slack and the water was motionless. The quality of being loose, not taut. He hadn't counted on the slackness of the rope. A noticeable deterioration in performance or quality. A gradual slack in output. Make less active or fast. He slackened his pace as he got tired. Cause to heat and crumble by treatment with water. Slack lime. Become slow or slower. Become less in amount or intensity. Not tense or taut. Slack and wrinkled skin. Make less active or intense. Lacking in rigor or strictness. Slack in maintaining discipline. A cord or rope or cable that is hanging loosely. He took up the slack. Avoid responsibilities in work, be idle. Be inattentive to, or neglect. He slacks his attention. Dust consisting of a mixture of small coal fragments and coal dust and dirt that sifts out when coal is passed over a sieve. Flowing with little speed as e.g. at the turning of the tide. Slack water. Release tension on. Slack the rope. Make less taut. Relax the tension on the rope. Become less tense, rest, or take one's ease. He relaxed in the hot tub. Become less tense, less formal, or less restrained, and assume a friendlier manner. Our new colleague relaxed when he saw that we were a friendly group. Make less active or fast. Don't relax your efforts now. Make less severe or strict. The government relaxed the curfew after most of the rebels were caught. Cause to feel relaxed. A hot bath always relaxes me. Become loose or looser or less tight. The rope relaxed. Become less severe or strict. The rules relaxed after the new director arrived. Not having a job. Idle carpenters. Not in active use. The machinery sat idle during the strike. Without a basis in reason or fact. Idle fears. Be idle. Exist in a changeless situation. Run disconnected or idle. Silly or trivial. Idle pleasure. Lacking a sense of restraint or responsibility. Idle talk. Not yielding a return. Idle funds. Not in action or at work. An idle laborer. The state of an engine or other mechanism that is idling. The car engine was running at idle. Having or fostering a warm or friendly and informal atmosphere. A relaxed informal manner. Not officially recognized or controlled. An informal agreement. Not formal. Conservative people unaccustomed to informal dress. Used of spoken and written language. Of textures that are rough to the touch or substances consisting of relatively large particles. Coarse meal. Lacking refinement or cultivation or taste. He had coarse manners but a first-rate mind. Of low or inferior quality or value. Of what coarse metal ye are molded. Unpleasantly stern. Wild and harsh country full of hot sand and cactus. Of textures that are rough to the touch or substances consisting of relatively large particles. Sharply disagreeable. Rigorous. The harsh facts of court delays. Unkind or cruel or uncivil. Had harsh words. Severe. A harsh penalty. Unpleasantly rough or jarring to the senses. The harsh cry of a blue jay. Often used as intensifiers. A regular morass of details. Relating to a person who does something regularly. A regular customer. Occurring at fixed intervals. A regular beat. Symmetrically arranged. Regular features. A regular patron. Not constipated. A dependable follower, especially in party politics. He is one of the party regulars. A garment size for persons of average height and weight. A soldier in the regular army. Conforming to a standard or pattern. Following the regular procedure of the legislature. In accordance with fixed order or procedure or principle. His regular calls on his customers. In accord with regular practice or procedure. Took his regular morning walk. Not deviating from what is normal. Her regular bedtime. Officially full-time. Regular students. Regularly scheduled for fixed times. At a regular meeting of the PTA. Used of the military, belonging to or engaged in by legitimate army forces. The regular army. Of solids, having clear dimensions that can be measured. Volume can be determined with a suitable geometric formula. Not constipated. Not exact. Not chaste. Unchaste conduct.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.